Hi guys, I'm filming this video to overview my interactive art project and explain them briefly. So before we begin, I want to point out that my main concern is to build compelling narratives. When making art and design, I think being persuasive is as important as making it look beautiful. I'm mostly working on a video, digital images, and interactive arts, and I am currently researching to make more forms of physical installations. To understand the background of my artistic goal, I must mention the period I have been working on the video. This is a video about survivors adapting to their settlements after the disasters. It is not about a gloomy future but the humanity that has overcome and adapted. As the camera moves in the straight line, the sequentially appealing figures show a linear emotional change. What I mean is, you can see them from despair to acceptance, finding food, planting trees, and playing soccer. I appropriated how Picasso made his artwork Guernica, so I illuminated the people's emotions and made the short but sequential story. This work is a video called Shelter that I made in 2019. In creating a flat depiction and a lonely atmosphere, I appropriated significant works of Edward Hopper. I wanted to express the lonely and peaceful people in the house. The meaning of the shelter, the title, goes beyond the dictionary meanings and represents a private emotional space. In this video, you can see the image of digital nomads existing simultaneously in a virtual world, breaking free from the physical limitation of human beings. So I used stationary, repeating, or rewinding footage to annihilate the ordinary sense of time. In the digital world, a flowing past and a fixed future sometimes meet at one point. As such, digital humans are everywhere and always exist. I had my small design group and I mainly signed project contracts and did communication design for the project. After participating in several design projects, we had a hunger for exhibitions. And when the opportunity to exhibit came to us, we came up with our first interactive work. The medium we used for our very first interactive work was television. In general, TV is a one-way medium. What if the TV you've been watching for a long time starts staring at you? We began with this piece and started working on more pieces. We installed this installation at the university design graduation exhibition. We started with a clear visual result for this piece. We got 5 figures which symbolizes each of the 5 major fields, so I developed the theme of balance and perspective to create a story that connects them. The 5 shapes flexibly change with the morphing technology when the viewer steals their hands in front of the work. So we are talking about having a flexible perspective because the different design industries are organically connected. Then 2020 came and we had to talk about viruses. In an exhibition on the theme of infection and immunity, I asked 32 teams of designers and professors to represent the virus graphically. And our team generated those viruses randomly in work as a particle. So you can see the longer you stay in one place, the more the virus does not disappear. To explain about my thoughts on coming project, I cannot skip this project. This piece is based on Plato's allegory of the cave. Plato thought our world is copied world. He described our world as a cave to illustrate that the original world is out there. He said, we see the shadows and believe it is the truth and the whole world. So there's an AI drawn painting and a dummy in the video, and dummy may resemble a human, but it cannot become an original. So I want to ask you that could you quickly realize this is not a human? So is the painting presence real? At least in the cave, it seems like all you can see, but it covers something beyond. The video is a bit long to watch today, but later in the video, the dancer, the dummy, gradually fades, becomes a shadow and disappears. So then I can ask you, why so serious? And this poster that I made for my solo exhibition shares the same theme. Let's see what we can see in the poster. You can look at it for a second now. So everything surrounding people in the poster symbolizes each sign, public order, system, and etiquette. And everything is colored black. I think they are all made by humans, which means they are a shadow. And I placed the only color on the horizon to mean that probably there's a real world out there, but we have no choice but to see the shadows. This is an interactive art and was installed at the same exhibition of mine. You can strike lightning by raising your hand high and hitting it quickly. So let's imagine you were working through that forest, and you might wonder why there's a sudden thunderstorm because the sky was good. So what if all this is happening on purpose outside our world? After coming to Pratt, I have been studying and working in several mediums. But no matter what medium I work in, I never skip building a narrative for my work. At the very least, I create a backstory for the piece. I believe my artistic attitude has been generated by making video works over a long time. And from last year, I had a new perspective as I expanded beyond digital work to sculpture and installation work. Interactive art is an object that provides an experience beyond simple digital technology. And the experience is in the physical world. In other words, the ultimate purpose of interactive art is to design experiences. Art can create experiences related to the space, creating experience between the work and the audience or among several audiences. So my goal is to become a digital artist that provides a better experience. So yeah, that was a briefing about my project as an interactive artist. Thank you for watching.